Hello, brothers and sisters. I have an update, more of an epiphany, and I want you to see this and stew over it. All right, you guys, I'm going to go out on a limb here. I looked at the Bible, and I looked at the 12 tribes, and I went from beginning to end point, and from Leah with Rachel, Bilhah, and Zilpah. And so it starts with Leah with Jacob having Reuben, Simeon, Levi, and Judah in that order. And then Rachel gave Bilhah to Jacob in order to have Dan and Naphtali. Then Leah gave Jacob Zilpah to have Gad and Asher. And then Leah was with Jacob and had Issachar and Zebulun. And then they had a daughter named Dinah. And then Rachel was with Jacob and they had Joseph. And I remember hearing something about Joseph and Boom on the, it was a grocery list that God set on the ground for me to pick up. And then it said, after that was Benjamin. Now, Benjamin makes up Russia, Norway, Dan and Benjamin, or the bear. And it has been asserted by some that the Jews who have historically resided in various places in China originate with the lost 10 tribes of the exiled ancient Kingdom of Israel who relocated to the areas of present-day China. Traces of some ancient Jewish rituals have been observed in some places. China and Eurasia is the dragon. Okay, so Ephraim, the youngest of the sons of Israel, was the son of Joseph, who was born of Asenath of Egypt. Joseph had a dream of the sun, the moon, and 11 stars that bowed down to him. Genesis 37:9. Joseph's dream would be fulfilled in him. His flag would have all 13 stars representing the 13 tribes, and the rays of the sun, Jacob, and the phases of the moon, his mother, all bowing down before him. America's seal has the eagle, grasping on olive leaf and arrows, dominion all over nations of the tribes of Israel. America has dominated the world up till now. The 13 stars, thus representing the 13 phases of the moon. Also, the top of the pyramid, the symbol, the pyramid on the dollar. It stems from America originating from Egypt through the lost tribes. Okay, so Jesus mentions the daughters of Jerusalem, possibly talking about the descendants of Dinah. He also alludes to them asking to be buried by rocks and mountains, or the end times tribulation. It alludes to that. But Jesus turned and said to them, "Daughters of Jerusalem, don't weep for me, but weep for yourselves and for your children. For the days are coming when they will say, 'Fortunate indeed are the women who are childless, the wombs who have not borne a child, and the breasts that have never nursed.' People will beg the mountains, 'Fall on us,' and will plead with the hills, 'Bury us.' For if these things are done when the tree is green, what will happen when it is dry?" Luke 23:28-31, NLT. So Dinah got with the Canaanites. Shechem raped Dinah. Simeon and Levi killed Shechem and his company. Dinah's genealogy of sons lead to Merari, the third son of Levi, who were in charge of carrying the tabernacle through the desert for 40 years. It may surprise some people to know that the Levites were once a mighty nation in Europe who ruled over all the tribes of Israel. Now, Europe, who came from Europe to the United States? Constitution Day? You talk about that? Okay, so today, when we remember the Feast of St. Patrick, we remember more than just the coming of Christianity to Ireland. So America was settled from those who broke off of Europe and settled into America, including the Irish. Now, I heard about the current plague today, starting when St. Patrick's Day started, and here's this. So, I just heard about the current plague that we're experiencing for the last 2 years when St. Patrick's Day started. And St. Patrick's Day is celebrated as one of the feasts of Irish to celebrate Christianity coming to Ireland. All right, now, this might sound crazy, but this all stemmed from when I was, before I had taken mushrooms, and I was kissing my 3 cats' heads, and I saw visions of Egypt, and I said, they're the way, they're the way back to Egypt. And guess what I had left after thinking that I didn't want to drink anymore? 3 beers with 3 pyramids. Now, the night of taking the mushrooms, I had a dream of meeting Jesus, and he asked me to take my sword and give it to him. It was an old rusty sword, and he told me to stick it into the mountain. Like what was that guy who pulled the sword out of the stone? Yes, King Arthur of Europe. And last night, I had a vision, prophetic dream, of wielding 4 butter knives and fighting against someone, and with telekinesis, and cut into their arm, and the arm inside was watermelon. And then after that, I was able to wield a sword, and the sword was a dragon-slaying sword. And then we were taken into, I saw big bombs coming down, and me and this person united together our fists into the sky, and we were able to protect our land. Now, I don't know if this is a prophecy unraveling right now, but that picture of America and the flag is the Cowpens flag, 12 stars in the circle with the 13th star in the center. The 13 stars of Israel, the flag with the presidential seal, the 13 stars. It's the flag of State House of Annapolis, Maryland today. A famous painting named Spirit of 76 by Archibald McNeill Willard uses the Cowpens flag. Spirit of 76, the Spirit of God working in America. There's a little Dr. Barry reference. And then, after that, I saw a spaceship, 2 of them, and it was connected by like a bright light round umbilical cord thing going to the next spaceship. And it was like a hexagon or tetrahedron shapes inside of it, and we were just going really fast through these tubes, the chosen ones, and I found out a way to go quicker through the tubes, and I felt like I needed to go so quick that I broke out of the tube and then was free to go all around. And I had a butter knife on my butter thing, and it fell after all this happened. And I saw I was in like a shop for fixing my car. My car broke down again today, and so I went to the shop, and I saw a knife. And when I was going to the store to pick something up for my car, I saw a little tree, one of those scent things with watermelon on it. And then I just had a dragon fruit in my fridge, and I decided to cut it in half. I'm not joking, I just cut a dragon fruit in half, so there's proof for that. And it just dawned on me that all of this led to me having this sudden revelation. In my dream, I was offered mushrooms, and I denied it. That leads back to 4 years ago when I actually took the mushrooms and had the vision of the cats with the pyramids. I previously had a prophetic dream of a railroad waiting for a light train, and I went out to rub on some lavender, and there were spiderwebs on it, and I cleaned the spiderwebs off, and I squished 2 spider sacks, and I squished a spider that bit me. And so the trains, America was built by trains, the whole network of America, and then it grew from there. Now, this all happened, or started 4 years ago when I had the first vision of Jesus. And 4 years ago, 4 leaves to the lucky clover, and the hearts that I've been seeing. Hearts. God truly works in mysterious ways, you guys. Certain things, they all come together at once. You know, he shows you different little things all throughout your life, and all of a sudden one day it just all comes together at his appointed time. So going back to my little Messianic timeline based upon the dates set, with Nisan 1 starting after the spring equinox, after the new moon, going by Dr. Barry Ah. So July 23rd is Tammuz 13th, 7th day since accepting Jesus' flesh in my prophetic dream. In 40 days, it will be September 1st from July 23rd. And then July 25th was Tammuz 15, and then I had all that stuff. July 27th, Tammuz 17, will be 3 weeks of mourning. Shavah Sarba Tammuz, that was 40 days after my 686 AD abomination that makes desolation dream. Let's see, August 4th will be 40 days since Jonah Hayden was saved from the sinkhole collapsed building. And then it'll be 49 days of counting the Omer after Shavuot, June 16th, Sivan 6. 50 days traveling the desert from Egypt to Sinai. 8 days since the beginning to 3 weeks to 9th of Av. Jesus says there will be no signs except for that of Jonah in the end for the wicked generation. So August 9th of 1 will be my birthday, and the same day as the Exodus generation condemned to die in the desert in 1312 BCE for 40 years. I had a dream of making my own grave, which in 6 layers of turf, which represents Av, and I looked up, and I was waiting for the rapture to happen, and let's see, August 10th, 40 days after having my bird in hand dream. August 11th of 3 would be the new wine festival, 3rd day. August 17th would be 9th of Av, or the end of 3 weeks of mourning. And 27 days after that, or 3 times 3 times 3 is a cube, would be September 3rd of 26, the day that Noah sent the dove out again and didn't come back, going by the 2021 Noah timeline. And August 20th, Noah sends raven and dove out of ark. Dove comes back. 40 days after July 11th, Tammuz 1, when Noah saw tops of mountains. This is 70 days after Michael, real-life scuba diver, was swallowed by a whale. August 23rd would be Av 15, Tuba Av, the snatching of the brides. August 27th would be the day that Noah sends the dove out again, and the dove came back with olive leaf. September 1st, 1941, Av 24. September 1st was Elul 10 in 1941, but September 1st would be Av 24, and that would be exactly 80 years after the Nazis required Jews to place Stars of David on their, well, it's not actually arms, it was their left chest. 40 days ago was July 23rd, Tammuz 13th, 7 days after I received the flesh or bread from Jesus in my prophetic dream. September 3rd, Av 26 would be the day that Noah sends dove out again and doesn't come back. That would be 70 days since Jonah Hayden was saved from the rubble on June 25th, or Sivan 15. And let's see, Constitution Day, where is that? Going down here, Elul. September 11th was the day Jesus started the ministry. 9/11, where's Constitution Day? The Abraham Accords was signed on September 15th, 2020, Elul 28th. That would be 1 year ago. On September 15th would be Elul 8th on 2021. September 16th, Elul 9. It would be, I was shown between 9 and 12 Elul in California. 40 days would be Shemini Atzeretz, October 28th, Tishri 22. The Yom Kippur non-Messianic calendar, and a rabbi declared the Jewish Savior would be revealed on that day, on Yom Kippur. September 17th, Elul 10 would be Constitution Day of the U.S. in 1787. So September 17th, from 1787, calculator 2021 minus 1787, be 234 years since Constitution Day began. I'll let you do a little lookup on the Strong's Concordance for that one. September 18th, Elul 11. That was the day that I was born, was Elul 11, September 18th. September 20th. Yes, September 20th, 7 years ago, would be the day the first fancy black cow was born, on September 20th, 2014. The Genesis, Pharaoh's dream of 7 skinny and 7 fat cows. It's the 7 years of abundance and 7 years of famine. September 21st, Elul 14. Dream of California explosion. September 21st to 28th. Although I went back to my dream and I had written down July 21st to 28th, and we're currently within those days, so I'm not sure if God blinded me, or if it is actually September 21st to 28th. So September 22nd, Elul 15 will be the autumn equinox of 2021. It will be 70 days from this date, will be December 1st, or Heshvan 27th, the 27th day of the second month, or 8th month after Moses, 3 days before September 25th, which would be the beginning of the 12 days of reflection. And September 23rd, Elul 16, would be the 150th days of water receiving after April 26th or Nisan 14, until Noah should open door of ark. 56 days after earth fully dried. 70 days from now will be December 2nd, Heshvan 28th. 24th, Elul 17, and then September 25th, Elul 18, 2021, would be the beginning of the 12 days of reflection. And 7 years ago today, on September 25th, would be, that's when the plain cow, the plain brown cow, with a 7 on its head, was born. And so that would probably mark the beginning of the famine that we're going to be heading into. It's going to get serious on September 25th. Now, in 22 days, it'll be that's 22 days after September 3rd of 26. 22 composes of the Word of God. Let's see, September 28th, last day of California, Denver Dream. Oh yes, October 6th, Elul 29 will be the beginning of the Super Shemitah. Rest year until 2022. And October 7th, Tishri 1 is the 7th month. Of course, you know, October 7th, Tishri 1. So Rosh Hashanah, the Feast of Trumpets, the Day of Awe, the day Noah removes ark covering, according to the Noah's flood timeline in 2021. And if you're still watching up to this point, I am very impressed by you. Okay, 1,260 days from now would be March 20th or 2024 spring equinox. 20 days after the Nisan 1, 2024. October 16th, Tishri 10 would be Yom Kippur, the day of liberty, the day that Jesus declared year of victory on Yom Kippur. And let's see, 40 days would be November 25th, Thanksgiving U.S., which would be Black Friday. One of my Rapture dreams I had was Rapture happening on Black Friday. And 1,290 days after this date of October 16th would be April 28th, Nisan 20th, or the day Pharaoh cornered Jews, 1313 BCE. I don't know, I had a vision about pasta and my having strawberry jam half-eaten. So it was kind of interesting. October 17th, Tishri 11, 2021 would be International Pasta Day. October 21st, Tishri 15 would be Sukkot night, fruit harvest, or the beginning of Feast of Tabernacles, which is the Jewish Thanksgiving. And of booths and branches. 40 days from World Trade Center 9/11. And 15 days after removing ark covering of October 7th, Tishri 1. October 27th would be Hoshana Rabbah, 7th day of Sukkot, 40 days from September 17th, or Constitution Day, signed 1787. October 28th, Tishri 22 would be Shemini Atzeretz, 8th day of Tabernacles. Now, I saw this thing, this person talked about Jesus showing himself 8 days after his resurrection, and they brought it towards being on August 1st, which would be, let's see, August 1st on would be the 23rd of Av, and you're talking about I'm not exactly sure what they were talking about. But they tied it to August 1st for some reason, and I tied it to September 1st because September 1st would be of 23 going by God's true Messianic calendar. Well, there's that. And some other stuff right there if you want to just slow it down and read it. Alright, I just kind of going over things, trying to put certain things together, kind of tie it to different biblical, historical events. Alright, God bless and take care, you guys. Alright, I'm officially raising the Rapture Watchman level status from Eagle to Condor.